What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Alexis J back here for another episode of the Weekly Wrap, right here on UwebTV. Keep it locked. So let's get started. Tensions are heating up between the two biggest names of the hip-hop game, known as the Maybach Music Group, better known as MMG. Fans and onlookers, including myself, were very surprised to see Meek and Mill publicly going back and forth on social media a few days ago. It started when Meek got a big two in his feelings and told Twitter that Wale has been hating on him a long time now. This complaint stemmed from the fact that apparently Wale hadn't tweeted about Meek's new album titled Dreams Worth More Than Money. Now, Meek ended his tweet by saying, "Don't even text me, cornball, hashtag you not MMG." Sheesh. Well, Wale took to Instagram with his response that was about 2 paragraphs long. In it, he explained that he planned on changing his Abby as MMG always does when it was that time for Meek's album to drop, which will be in September. That he understands that he doesn't fit the mold of MMG. He explains how he carries himself just like a normal person that checks sports all day and plays video games. Basically, he concluded that he is everything but a hater, and he embraces the fact that he is different from most rappers. Well, Meek continued his rant with a few more tweets about how he don't want no suckers in arm reach of him and he don't need no support. It seems to me like he needs all the support he can get if he's so pressed about Wale not promoting his album. In my opinion, these rappers just need to hop out of their feelings these days. Everybody can't be Drake. Rappers used to beef over life and death situations back in the day. Now they're arguing over tweets? Yikes. Well, hey, there might even be a singer out there that's tougher than a lot of these rappers. And that's my man Chris Breezy. We all know he did some time in the pen. And now, Chris is out here throwing up gang signs. A video has been circulating the web of him throwing up some gang signs at a BET Awards after party. These gang signs are affiliated with Compton's Fruittown Piru blood set. Not only is that, but Chris posted a picture on Instagram recently of some black and white sneakers. The caption said, "It's bull. I stand on my own 2 feet when life gets crazy." And we all know bloods are known to replace the letter C at the beginning of the word with the letter B. The photo was deleted, but not before it raised several questions and concerns about Chris's gang affiliation. Well, TMZ reportedly spoke to one of the Piru members just to clear things up. According to them, Breezy has not officially been initiated, but has been accepted enough and is an affiliate, and was given permission to throw up their signs and represent them. Why, we all ask? Well, it's not because the singer has taken part in any criminal or gang-related activity, supposedly. TMZ says it's because Chris Brown has hired several of Piru members to work for him in the past. He hangs out with them a lot. He shot a video in their neighborhood back in California and has donated 1,000 new pairs of sneakers to Compton kids. Well, there you have it. I guess that's all it takes to get into a gang these days. Chris will continue to fuel his bad boy image, and I just hope he stays out of trouble, out of the streets, and in the studio, where we all need him. Oh, by the way, I hope you all peeped that picture of Chris and Drake in the studio that Big Sean had posted on his Instagram. It's so good to see that they made up after that silly beef over Rihanna, and they're back to doing what they do best. I can't wait to hear what comes out of that studio session. Okay, so some more exciting news, and you know what's going on right here in our hometown. Wait, I have to touch on the fact that the Berg's very own Wiz Khalifa is set to kick off his annual Under the Influence tour at the end of this month. And of course, he's making his stop right here in his hometown. He will be joined by Ty Dolla $ign, Mac Wild, Rich Homie Quan, Sage the Gemini, DJ Drama, and so many more artists. Now, originally Tyga was said to be joining Wiz, but Wiz just announced via Twitter that Tyga dropped off the tour. He didn't give a reason, but a new addition and possibly Tyga's replacement is rapper Young Jeezy. Now, personally, I would prefer to see Jeezy anyways. So, Wiz will be forming a First Niagara Pavilion on August 1st. Tickets are on sale now, and with a lineup like that, you do not want to miss out. So make sure you go and grab your tickets ASAP. So some more interesting stuff is going on in the 412. One of the hottest spots for nightlife in Pittsburgh, known as Wham Nightclub, has officially locked its doors and closed down for good, as it expected to be demolished for making more parking spaces. The Station Square nightclub's lease was terminated, and despite the owner's efforts to fight it, there was really nothing they could do about it. They signed an amendment to their lease back in July of 2012. Now, the amendment gave the landlord an option to terminate the contract in the event of redevelopment. The city first needed to approve the project, and they also had to give Wham 120 days written notice before the termination. which they did. They indeed followed through with it. So, demolition of the East Warehouse that houses not only Wim, but several other businesses is set to begin within the next few weeks to open up over 300 parking spaces. It is also said that there is a plan to build condominiums and apartment complexes on that property as well in the future. So, unfortunately, we lost yet another place to have a good time, another place to party, but hopefully the owners of Wim will find another building to put their name in, because I'm sure I'm gonna miss how poppin' First Fridays used to be, man. Okay, wait, I'll be right back, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Okay, wait. Now, y'all really thought I was going to end the show without talking about the biggest news of the summer? The only thing that anyone can talk about, read about, write about, blog about the past few days, and of course, it is the second decision made by my favorite player, LeBron James. King James announced that he was headed home and will be rejoining the Cavaliers in Cleveland, where he will play alongside some young, heavy contenders in the league like Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins. Now, of course, everybody had mixed opinions, as always, about LeBron's return. Some feel he sold out on his best friend D-Wade. Others respect the decision to try and win a championship for a city that counted on him for 7 years. But the most interesting reaction came from that of the people of Cleveland, who unforgivably and openly showed disfavor to LeBron when he left 4 years ago. Well, needless to say, they don't mind too much that he came back. And with Johnny Manziel due to make some type of noise for the Browns, Cleveland is in high hopes for this next year in sports. Now, all us Pittsburgh fans really know the truth when it comes to football, but I'll let them have their moment for now, for LeBron's sake. So what does this mean for the rest of the NBA? Well, the rest of the big three are staying right in South Beach. Chris Bosh signed a deal with the Heat for 5 years, $118 million. Sheesh! I would have stayed put too. And D-Wade is sitting back waiting to see if his team will add anyone else to the roster. But he will indeed probably end his career in Miami. Meanwhile, another decision everyone was awaiting for came from Carmelo Anthony after he considered Los Angeles and Chicago as a new home. But in the end, he decided to stay in New York with the Knicks and give it a shot with their new coach, Derek Fisher. And although the Bulls didn't get Melo, they did pick up an asset in the forward, Pau Gasol. So we'll see what him and D Rose can do if he can get healthy again. I already can't wait for this next NBA season to start. It's going to be pretty interesting. All I can say now is, go Cavs. Well, that's all I have for y'all this week. Make sure y'all stay tuned in to the weekly wrap right here on UwebTV. I'm your girl, Alexis J. I'll catch y'all next time.